Upon an island hard to reach, the East Beast sits upon his beach. Upon the West Beach sits the West Beast. Each beach beast thinks he's the best beast. But they don't realize I'm the best beast. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. A Grand Arena story, guys. We are in the final match of week 2. We're ranked number 200, trying to get back into the top 100. We plummeted from number 99 to 200, and we've got a lot of stuff to show you. There's a lot. There are tons of new things. In fact, this is a really tough match against a really good player, and I hope you'll join me in our expedition toward glory. So here's the situation. We started our expedition to glory with fizzy water popsicles. We had a hype train at some point during the live stream on match 1 where people wanted to mix. They were like, you know what, why don't you do this? Why don't you mix the two things that you're always eating and, drinking? I was like, sure, caffeinated fizzy water into a popsicle. Great, let's do that. So we did that. My boys joined me, and where you can see us cheersing and then attempting to enjoy, but we couldn't actually. Turns out it was just basically ice. So we couldn't actually, it didn't even taste different. It was caffeinated ice, though. It eventually just shattered, actually. It made a big mess. It was pretty epic, though. So don't miss the live streams, guys. It's a lot of fun. That said, we have a date with DARKSEID. He's from Ma. He has less GP than me, though. I'm going to show you something. It's pretty interesting. He may have a little bit less GP than me. Not by much, but look at his relics, guys. Relic 9, 8, and 7. He has a significant advantage. And it's just because he's made his roster so top-heavy. Everything he's using in GAC is going to be super high relic, and then everything else is kind of thrown by the wayside. And so, even though he has lower GP, he's got a way stronger set of GAC characters. The modding is actually fairly similar. He's got a little advantage. Nothing too crazy, though. So, yeah, we've got that going for us, guys. That being said, here's my defenses. So we threw Sithy Turtle up front with Malak, hoping we could draw out his Supreme Leader Kylo, because he likes to use him on Lord Vader quite a bit, and he in fact did. They ended up getting like a 68 or 67 on that squad with Supreme Leader Kylo, so it felt a little backfire-ish. I also put that Maul team with Beskar, Mando, and Watt down as well. One of the nice things about placing all your GLs on defense is you don't need Watt as much. You can afford to put him on defense sometimes. We got Rey here, and then in the back we've got Lord Vader without Maul, but everyone else, and TIE Fighter pilot is randomly thrown in. And General Skywalker, my hope was that he was going to use his Luke, or his Commander Luke team on something in the front, on either that Maul Bando team or on Dash. And then, of course, we have Jedi Master Kenobi. And then I also placed Iden Versio for the first time in a while, which actually did surprise my opponent. So he actually placed some interesting stuff. So he placed Rey with stupid Malak. So only 4 Jaws on that whole team, but it's that's okay, because now I can't use Star Killer against it. I have to find something else. We also have Jedi Master Kenobi up front with R2-D2, a stupidly fast R2-D2, in fact. And then Iden Versio, look at those relic levels, guys. Iden Versio is incredibly powerful. She hits so hard, and all of her friends do as well. And then they also have a General Skywalker with relic 9 on 5s, which is scary. And then on the top, they have a really fast Dash team. He's way faster than mine. Lives up to his name, Dash, Mothra, and then Beskar Mando with a really fast Queel as well. And that veteran Han, man, he's scary like crazy. The only relic 3 in sight here, guys. And then they've got a Maul with a bunch of Sith, mainly whatever his name is, Darth, Revan, and Basti. So he actually attacked first. He knew I was a streamer. He knew, guys, and you can see I got one hold on my front zone here with the Maul Bando team, so that was fancy. And then he attacked further. Let's see. So he struggled on Iden. He attacked 4 times, and at no point did she ever lose any health or protection. And then on the 5th, apparently he used his Lord Vader team to get through it, which I guess that's a minor spoiler. He also cleared fleets. Failed on an Executor once. And then in the back, he left Jedi Master Kenobi. Wasn't sure if that meant he was saving his one counter team for it or not. But he also failed once on General Skywalker. So lots of wiggle room, but man, he's got a really tough defense. So before we actually jump into the actual fighting, folks, gosh, we spent a long time just setting this up, but it's probably worth it, I think, in my opinion. We're just trying to mount the algorithm together, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment, ding the bell, do all those things, please. We're trying to build this channel bigger and bigger. You guys have been amazing. Your support's been so cool. Really appreciate all of you. That being said, let's get to the freaking fighting, shall we? Alright, so we're up first against Jedi Master Kenobi. There's not, I mean, everything starts and ends with him. He's a really fast R2-D2, and then what he likes to do is put his General Kenobi with Starkiller, which we'll see that in a little bit. Semi-spoiler, but here's the thing, guys. We have to kill Cat first, and we can't even target her if R2-D2 goes. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, for our first move, increase R2-D2's cooldowns so that he can't pop smoke immediately, because he's faster than my Jedi Revan here under the Jedi Knight Kenobi, Jedi Master Kenobi, sorry, lead. So you can see that R2-D2 just did a basic, and then I was able to mark R2-D2, or sorry, I was able to mark Cat before R2-D2 put everyone in stealth. So, you know, everything's cool. Everything's good. You know, we were able to, you hand the turn to Revan, he gets to stun everyone, and then we can mark Cat. And this is a really healthy Cat. Remember, they're trying to make her a little healthier than usual. You know, health Cat. That's what people say when you're starting to gain weight. You're like, oh, you look extra healthy lately. So, you know, I would know. People say that to me. No, they don't, actually. People are not very rude to our faces, actually, guys. All right, increase cooldowns on Jedi Master Kenobi, because we don't want him to have nice things. And then just keep pummeling her. But man, this is going to take a while to get through. So we take Grandmaster Yoda just so that she will eventually. That was her first time actually using her Annihilate ability. So I'm glad she didn't do that to Jolee, in fact. That was fortunate. So, alright, I guess we'll pop our ult here, and now we don't have to worry about any taunting. We can just target who we want. Just keep marking Ahsoka, and, you know, keep going. We're even in stealth here, guys. We're even in stealth right now. So, one thing to note, though, we haven't even triggered their savior yet, and it's been 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes of struggle, guys. So, hopefully we can figure this out. I don't know. Can we? I hope we can. That's my hope. If you didn't realize that from what I said. So, anyways, I think we just now finally triggered Savior. We're 2 minutes left. And this is the danger of a health Cat, because also, I mean, there's also Padme keeping her alive, and R2-D2 with the health share. And you can see I've kind of neglected my Jolee in my rush to hurry up and, you know, finish Cat off. Because if we can't kill Cat here, then we are totally sunk. Okay, finally we got her. Thank goodness that we did. And now everyone else is a little bit weaker than Cat. I mean, she gives so much health to everyone, including herself, that she's just really tough to get through, especially with Padme and R2-D2 helping. You know, and of course Kenobi also gives all those stats too. So, you know, once she's gone, then everyone else, we've only got 51 seconds left, though, guys, and it's feeling a little bit frantic. But now it's just Kenobi, and I think at this point I just hit auto. I think that was what I chose. Yeah, you can see starting to try to incorporate hitting the auto button more strategically for me. It's not something to always ignore, guys. Even though the AI plays it worse, sometimes it's better just to let the auto take control. Okay, so we got 72. Great. Now we're going to use our Darth Revan team, and here's something that I failed on, guys. I took a weaker character. I took a Gear 12 Sith Assassin, and Sith Assassin died immediately. And, you know, HK then died because they started getting a ton of turns because they feed off of their kills against me, apparently. I haven't looked at all the kits and everything, but everything's looking really just awful. Like, Death Trooper, I'm faster than all of them. She didn't apply her vulnerable debuff to me. It's just that they killed my guys, and so they got a bunch of turns before me. And so at this point, it's like, I mean, we're not even taunting right now. The Sith Empire Trooper is now, finally. But, I mean, okay. So there's Corrupted Battle Meditation. I thought about this for like 2 minutes, guys. I just sat and thought. And eventually I decided, I think I took a couple more moves, but I decided to time out here because at least we've burned their cooldowns, right? So, alright, we're going to take the pad batch, and this isn't my favorite counter, guys, especially because they've got all their turn meter loaded. So before we even get a turn, they've killed Hunter, which I guess in some ways he's like one of the least important of the group, but just keep in mind we're just trying to use our stacks of courage to the best effect, and if we can whittle a couple of these guys down, that will be fantastic. So targeting their Death Trooper, we were able to use the courage and stun everyone for 2 turns, which is pretty fancy, if I may say. So I realized then the Echo had 10 stacks of courage, and I was like, you know what? Let's just try to finish that dude off. Just try to kill him. And then same thing with Magna Guard or Magna Trooper, Magma Trooper. All this Magna and Magma, Magma, and stuff. You know. So now we're trying to take out this really super thick Stormtrooper because we can't kill Iden before that. Remember, Iden is, what is she? She's Relic 8. Gosh, I would really love to get her at Relic 8. She does so much damage, guys. She's just really good. If you didn't know, in case you didn't know. Okay, got this guy. So now it's like, okay, we can stun her. That's fine. Let's try to stun her again. That didn't work. And that little orb above her head, that buff, means that she can revive immediately once we dispel her life. So, you know, we've got to do something, guys. And yeah, gosh, this is such a brutal fight, guys. It really just is. Oh my gosh. I mean, we got through it because we burned those cooldowns earlier. That's the only way this team is going to counter that high relics. So there are issues, of course. Okay, now we've got Relic 8, General Skywalker, Relic 9 on 5. So just go straight into the teeth of General Skywalker. And this is something I wanted to try. We changed stances with Luke so that we can get our stance changes faster. I don't know if I approve of that method, honestly, guys, but alright, what I do know is we got 5s out. Even though he's Relic 9, we got him out pretty dang quick. And now it's like, okay, he's about to stand up. Why don't we just do the freaking AoE right now? Just do the AoE. Okay, got Rex. And then Ark shot the wrong guy. And Han and Chupio took him out. That's like the platonic ideal of how everything could transpire, guys. We got really lucky there. I think we still would have pulled it off and won that fight, but it could have gone a lot worse. And now, here's the thing about it, guys. He has Malak on this team, and so we've got to use our only other galactic legend available, and that's Supreme Leader Kylo. And the 2 options were I could use Night Sisters, like use the Daka zombie cheese that works really nicely with Kylo, and then that would have preserved a First Order team. Or we could just go full First Order, and frankly, like using the full First Order team, we're probably going to get the win, even though it's a Relic 9 Rey and everything. I mean, you can see everyone's about to die, but all right. So the question is, when do we pop our ult? Because we're ready, we have it available. And what I decided was, if we take 1 hit from their Rey ult, as long as they don't kill Red Trooper, we can survive that. And then we got the chance again, and I was like, you know what, why take chances? So, all right, Red Trooper's gone, but now we've got our ult. make sure you target someone other than Rey, just so you can take that mastery away when you do the AoE. I decided to do a poke there. She does a whirlwind, and there we go. 52 really fantastic banners, and we are through the front zone. Dear Lord, thank you. Hopefully there's just garbage in the back. Unfortunately, that proved to be false. There is a Hux lead first order team, which isn't easy exactly, especially with those relic levels, but it's not the very most difficult. But then that Jedi Master Luke team, and then a this Palpatine Mara squad with Starkiller, and then General Kenobi. It's really good. We gotta beat that top zone first, though, right? So we're gonna use our bounty hunters here, because we don't need bounty hunters against any of these. Like, my bounty hunters aren't fast enough to beat that Starkiller team unless we do some pretty weird stuff. Well, even then, I don't think we're really fast enough. So yeah, we're just gonna take out this. This is a really good Beskar team. And note that I deleted that veteran Han right away as soon as I could. We tried to stun him and take him out because we don't serve his kind here, but also we don't want the AoE ability block. The ability block is going to make, see how we're all debuffed right now and we're in pain, but once Grief finally takes a turn, which is he's taking his good sweet time, good grief, but he finally gets that dispel. If he has ability block, though, we have to wait for one more turn, and Nest in the meantime probably kills one of our bounty hunters, and hopefully it's not Bando. Well, hopefully, especially hopefully it's not Bando, because Bando's not even here on the team. But Mando, the other thing I want to point out, guys, and this is something that I've been pointing out a lot, is with Mando, you want to be hitting Kuiil at some point here, but you can't crit Kuiil while IG is still around. And so when Mando goes, he's got to choose a different target so that he can crit, because every time he crits, he knocks one off of his cooldowns. So like, Grief just called everyone to assist there, and that actually wasn't that helpful for Mando, because he can't crit there, and the crits are what matter for him. So, just something to point out. I mean, those mass assists, we wanted to take out Kuiil there. I mean, there's no question that we wanted to. It's just something to be cognizant about, guys. And, you know, this Kuiil's what, I don't know. He's fast. He's very fast. No fun. No fun. Alright, we got it though. 65. He died to my retribution. The wrath of my retribution. We smote him. Smited him, a mighty smite. So now, alright, here this is a pretty technical fight, guys. Let me just explain what's going on here for just 1 second. So this is a team with the Omicron on dash, and so if you kill L3, she just regains prepared and immediately taunts again. Because every time she gains prepared, she taunts, and so she dies. She's revived from Vander Chewie, and then she regains her prepared, therefore she regains her taunt. So you don't want to kill L3, you want to dispel her, so then you can get to Vander. So that's what we're doing here, guys. We're just trying, so you reduce all the turn meter, because they're a really fast team. I needed Gideon on this team to outspeed them. And so now we're just waiting. We don't want to kill L3, because she'll just come back. And we want this big burst attack from Veers to mean something. We want it to actually try to take out Vander. So now, instead of using the mark thing on Dark Trooper, we're going to use the AoE here to dispel. And we got days on a few people too, so that's cool. And now we got to take out their Vander Chewie as soon as we can, guys, because he is the key to everything. So we'll do our half step there, because we need to get that turn from Veers. And all right, we got Vander Chewie. And now we want to take out their dash, because he's still enabling the squad to be really good. And then we can just finish the job. I mean, they're not going to get any turns now, so that's fancy of us. We got 65. You got to execute it right, though, guys, or that turns into a fiasco. You have to be faster, and then you have to execute. Okay, and this one is like, this is real close to being a fiasco every time. So we're taking Barriss. You need Barriss, because this is a high relic. The Kyle Katarn is relic 8, and of course Traya is hurting them. But watch my turn meter, guys. Besides Barriss, I barely take a turn. because Cara Dune can do her AoE to reduce my turn meter, and then they get their turn meter loop all the time, and so I don't really gain very much turn meter, unfortunately, guys. Like, Nihilus kind of gets some turn meter every once in a while if they hit Traya, so that's fancy, but he's not really gaining enough. And then I did think it was funny, like, Barris did get a kill there at one point because their hit points were like at 0, and then Kyle Katarn just one-shots Nihilus, which is super scary. Look at how close to death Mothra is here, guys, because they're all assisting, they're all moving out of turn, and that Traya lead is helping a bit, but we're not getting turns. And now Nihilus is gone, he's the one who gains all the turn meter. We're not getting turns, guys. This is highly problematic. At least Barris gets another kill here. And now, okay, if they had focused on Traya there, I don't know. I guess they did one time, and she was just fine. But man, what do we do here? Okay, finally Scion gets a turn. So let's get his like little mini ultimate going, and then I guess we should isolate someone here, right? Just to make sure if they start getting turns and their turn meter train again happens, that they can't actually get, use the turn meter train. So, but isolate on Pow, he's kind of the heart of all of it. And then I decided to kill their worthless guy out of spite. Like there wasn't like a great reason for it other than I was feeling a little spiteful. So we took him out with a smite for spite, I suppose you might say. You might say. There's too much rhyming, guys. Quite right. That's a lot of smite. So, all right, we're using Qui-Gon here. Finally, we eventually get a turn and do the AoE from Anakin, and he kills the two guys worth killing, and now we've got Mace, who kills Dooku in a surprising turn of events. Anakin takes this guy, and Ki-Adi-Mundi just doesn't get a turn, apparently. But, pretty bad banners, but we got the first shot. I was like, you know what? If we can do this, then it's going to open the doors for other counters in the back, because we need every single ounce, every single squad we can get. So one thing, I feel like people don't know this counter very much. I don't have like amazing Night Sisters. They're all relicked and stuff. They're fine. I mean, they're modded the right way. I guess they're not unamazing, but they're relic 4. I guess 5 and 6 on Spirit and Daka, but then I guess 5 on Zombie, so 4 on the 2 leadership ones. So I guess they're not terrible, but this isn't an amazing team. And a lot of people think, well, with Hux there, you can't gain all the turn meter and stuff. You don't have any opportunities. But the truth is, the team is pretty squishy, and they do a lot of damage, but you can dispel the advantage, and actually he doesn't gain his advantage back very quickly under his own lead. Like, there are mechanics to get it back, of course, but the advantage is what makes it steals all the turn meter manipulation. And so if you can open the door to be able to just take out their Hux early on, then the rest of the fight's pretty easy. One thing I do want to point out here, because it's about to be time for this, note that, and I've mentioned this a few times, but keep in mind that Spirit, when she has Foresight, which she doesn't right now, but when she regains Foresight, she ignores defense. So it's pretty cool to see. Like, I'm not doing any damage, and of course that's problematic because these guys heal themselves pretty well, the Kylo boys. So watch this, 82k with Spirit, guys. That's why you want damage sets on her, because it just ignores. Look at that, just a basic does 61k, and no one else is doing any damage. In fact, he's healing from all the other hits. 64k, look at that, 60 banners. Take out Hux, and now we've got 2 really problematic squads here, guys. So I decided to do fleets first to see how close we were, just in case. I wasn't sure. My opponent was in the stream. I was pretty sure he was done. He was tapped after all those Iden fights and everything. But I decided I wanted to be sure. I wanted to do the math and see if we can, once we get through fleets, which we have almost no control. Like, it's kind of just random, at least in the Malevolence versus Executor fight. Oh, look at this. We even got Xanadu Blood targeted. That's pretty awesome, guys. That was lucky. And he actually took a hit from Spy. and then he's not dying. But anyways, we're doing okay. As long as we can kill Xanadu Blood by the end, we're happy. AI is stupid, didn't heal Xanadu Blood like he should have. And now Xanadu pays the price. Cad Bane is like, I was supposed to die on Tatooine! But, whatever. He doesn't have that dumb of a voice either. Anyways, we're just moving right along, guys. Ships aren't my very favorite, you guys know that. But they're a necessary evil, so invest in them. Anyways, so he's got Starkiller, and no one has ever killed Starkiller with GG8. And I was like, you know what? I bet, or no one's ever killed his Starkiller. Like he always gets kills on GG8, and usually GG8 doesn't even kill a single character. And so I was like, I bet that I have a better GG8 than him. You know, in my pride, my loathsome pride. But yeah, so we're gonna try GG8 there, and then, gosh, we're gonna try a Starkiller fight against that Jedi Master Luke. You guys will see that. But just things to talk about strategy-wise while we're watching this pretty mundane. I mean, every battle's a little different, but it's still pretty like we killed Houndstooth and Xanadu Blood. That's about as much as you can ask for. And then Gus Slave 1 was hoping that we'd be able to manage, you know, get the first one-time shot, the first shot, but it's not always an option, guys. Still cracks me up that you get 5 banners. What, you like your first fight and you lose, you get 5 banners. Normally that means you killed the whole squad because it's a full squad. All right, so we're taking the Finalizer team here, and we've got the. I really need to practice this counter, guys, because I feel like I'm just not doing it right or something. This is a Relic 9/5, so using the traditional Finalizer counter doesn't really work because your silencer doesn't go at the right speed, because his 5s gets the taunt, he gets the big shot off before silencer gets to go to try to stun Anakin. So there are issues here, and so I you know, but now we have the new fancy shuttle to help us, so which died. The new tank, whatever, it's a TIE fighter, I guess, but you know, as long as we can kill that TIE bomber, then the rest of this is going to be clean upable. Just have to do as much damage as we can. So we killed the TIE bomber, and now, I mean, that's the big relief, right? So one thing to keep in mind, guys, this is something I didn't notice for a long time, is TIE Silencer only taunts when. Hey, I'm trying to find a way to maybe get, you know, one more kill in, but so the Silencer only stuns when someone is at half turn meter, like 50% or more turn meter. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're targeting for that stun. Anyways, we've got our rebels here, and we almost got Han's Falcon just shot off the board here, but you know, I kind of I just wasn't even paying that much attention. But we got back in it, and you know, got Snips and Anakin out, and then 5s. I mean, they just folded super quick. All right, so great, wonderful. You killed our, I think that was a Resistance pilot, or maybe it was Poe, one of the P's. That ain't P, man. So got rid of him before we could take a turn. But all right, we have our 7-star fortress, or whatever, mega fortress, super duper fortress, the mechanic fortress with random trooper attachment. And these are the only ships available, guys. They don't have reinforcements or anything. We missed on that shot, dear lord. Come on, guys, we need better from you. All right, well, things are starting to stabilize a bit, and we got Sweet Spot on him, which I don't even know what that means. I need to read that kit again. But I mean, we're gonna clear. It's pretty smooth clear, guys. This new Resistance Star Fortress, whatever it is, it's pretty nice. Makes that cleanup real nice. Makes me think we're gonna do 3v3. Okay, so or 3v3, 3 ships in a zone. Anyways, all right, we've got the here's if. We did the math, and if I can kill this squad, just this squad, the first time, then I just win. And look at this, guys. I was like, oh no, I just exited out, but I actually just minimized it. I clicked the wrong thing. So, whew, I thought it crashed, or that I just exited. But anyways, so we're riding the turn meter train, guys. We gotta take out Visas first, because otherwise she'll just revive and negate our progress. And once we can kill Visas, if we can take out one of these guys, then Starkiller's power will be kind of broken. So okay, target Mara here, because she's the only one without target lock. Trying to get target lock on her with B1. Didn't work, apparently. How dare she resist that? But, alright, got Visas out, so now any of our kills we get, we'll just stay dead. And then, Palpatine was closest. I was like, alright, let's take him out, because his leadership is what makes Mara really, really strong. So now it's just, I'm like, man, we got this. We got this. BB-8's gone, but we're fine. Look at Starkiller. Almost dead. Alright, so cool. Kenobi takes a turn. General Kenobi's taking a turn. He's got damage immunity. We're okay, though. We can do this, right? Like, we got this, probably. We don't have buff immunity on him, though, right now. If we had buff immunity on him, I think it's a little different. But, alright, so, I mean, we've got fight in us, but they've got, again, they have damage immunity on Kenobi, so not doing any damage here. And the Star Destroyer comes down, ruins our day. B1's gone, and suddenly I was like, what just happened? We just lost to that. After we had a dominant, like, half of the match. Okay, now we're burning cooldowns, guys, because we don't want the AoE from what's his name? From Jedi Master Luke. And then, alright, we'll pause it for just 1 sec. And then we didn't want the Tenacity Up buff from Grandmaster Yoda. Those are the two things we got to get out of there. So, because we failed that attack, that means we had to full clear if we wanted to win. If we want to win, we have to full clear. So, Starkiller here. We took Old Ben here instead of... I was thinking of taking Hoda, but I was like, you know what, having a pre-taunt is nice. And, you know, the ability block from Old Ben might be clutch. So then, they all called each other to assist and killed Old Ben immediately. So that wasn't cool, but... they don't have Tenacity up, so let's just start getting the turn meter going. And, okay, everyone's got Stagger. That's great. We can only target the Taunter, though. So, I would love to do an AoE right now, but I want to start getting some of those stacks on Starkiller. And remember, he always assists when the Sith... if the Sith is the leader, then the Sith does a basic, then Starkiller assists to get his... whatever it's called, to get his overcharge, or I forget, that's not what it's called. Anyways, so I'm kind of stressed out here, guys. If we kill Jedi Master Luke, Jolie could just revive him. And so I was like, you know what, okay guys, if we can kill Luke here, if we can, then, oh yeah, we can revive Old Ben here. Get back over here, Old Ben. Nice. First time I revived anyone with Visas. It's pretty fancy. And not many people have ever called Visas fancy, I have to say. So, I'm like, okay guys, if we can kill Luke, then we're just timing out. Because I don't want Jolie, I don't want to risk Jolie reviving him. And then I was like, you know what, we have the Star Destroyer, we gotta pull it down. And it turned out to be a good choice. Another happy landing. Drop 30 banners, obviously, with those burner squads, but... we got the kill, and so now we have to finish off the Starkiller Kenobi team, but the power is broken because Starkiller relies on his unique having all 5 characters to start with, so he's significantly weaker with only 2 of them. I mean, Fennec is feeling the pain right now, but we have a bunch of just random high relic, do-nothing Jedi, or bounty hunters here, so we may as well do something with ourselves, right? Alright, cool. Killed Starkiller. And now, I mean, Relic 9 General Kenobi is no joke, but we can still take him out because we're bounty hunters. We're good at this. Yeah. So, ended up with a pretty abysmal score there, guys. I dropped nearly 200 total banners. I guess it's like 160 total banners. But my opponent did congratulate me, said, you know, good game, good match. You can't clear your Kenobi team. So, whew, thank goodness. Let's go talk about the final, guys. Final thoughts. Alright, final results, guys. Good match to DARKSEID. Class act. He watched my whole stream, but here's the thing, guys. If you attack first against a streamer, at least if you clear that bottom zone, then he can show all of his squads and stuff, and then you can have a good time on the stream. Not that you have to do that, but it's really appreciated when people do that. I'll just say, really appreciate that. Class act by DARKSEID. Congratulating my win and everything too. So, final thoughts here, guys. Changing defenses messes with people. He was relying on my Iden to be on offense, because I've been taking Iden for offense to take out those High Relic Mon Mothma teams and potentially take out Commander Luke, which we haven't had an opportunity to try that in a controlled environment, though we had to do that. So, anyways, I placed it on defense just because I need to change things up every time, and that's really messed with a lot of people, because a lot of my scouting reports have things in it that aren't going to reflect truth. That being said, he did kill my Lord Vader team with bounty hunters, so there's an issue there. The question I want to ask you guys, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys think, is Iden overpowered? I mean, I really like her and her squad. I think I'm okay with her in the game. It's very, very, very difficult to counter her. And for a Marquis, like a squad full of Marquis plus one Omicron, it seems maybe a little bit more than the developers had intended. Like, you legitimately just lose Galactic Legends to this team often. If they're high enough relics, like, I don't know. It's a very strong squad. So I would be curious to hear what you guys think. I don't think I have an issue personally. And then finally, this is a really interesting thing. So I won my first match and got up to number 99. Then I lost the next match this week and plummeted down to 200. Now I'm number 134. Like, I didn't go back to like number 99 or if it really even that close. I don't really care about that ranking that much. I mean, it's nice to have that vanity and be like, yeah, I'm top 100. What's up? Top 100? Yeah, that's me. But I do wonder. Whatever. It feels like I'm going nowhere fast, but we're making some progress. I think we're up, like, I don't know. We went 2-1 this week, and we went up a couple spots only. I don't know how long, but if I go 2-1 forever, how long will it take for me to get to the top 10? Just out of curiosity. And I don't think I can always go 2-1 for that matter. That being said, guys, would love to hear what your thoughts are. What did you think of the Star Killer versus Kenobi team, or against Jedi Master Luke team, I should say? Would love to hear your thoughts, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. See you next week.